Hey guys, and lady guys, my name is Otkin and welcome to new video. I told my GF about this, and she wanted to be roasted. Do your absolute worst. I can find 10 of these at my nearest crystal store. That's a festival ground score, if I've ever seen one. Just picked it up, dusted it off, and called the 5-second rule, didn't you? Eats mushrooms once, buys McKenna shirt. She looks antibiotic resistant. You're the type of person who lets everyone know your boyfriend is black. She looks like, if you touch her, she'd be sticky. She already cheated on you. Don't believe her. Billie Eilish. I just want to thank Op for taking this off the market. Each one of those rings on her necklace represents an STD she got at a music festival. Ketamine has entered the chat. If the smell of weak old tacos and bong water was a rhyme, not religious, but I'm spiritual person. She's the human equivalent of using your car console as an ashtray. Stylist, what kind of haircut would you like today? Make the ends of my hair look like my fake eyelashes. Stylist, what about your bangs? Make them look like my fake eyebrows. Stylist, how about your outfit? Opens trash can near festival, I got this one. It's been 2 years since my last roast. I'm 20 now, went through therapy, and I'm a much happier person now. Please roast me enough to send me back to therapy again. Dollar stop joke. I'm a much happier person. Willingly has bangs. Right. Why are you dressed like a librarian at her own funeral? I feel afraid you'd try to bite me if you got within range. Whatever you were paying your therapist probably wasn't enough. Yes, walked into the salon and asked the stylist for the Deborah from accounting look. I'm glad therapy made you go from dressing like Kurt Cobain to dressing like my grandmother. Lay off those Werther's originals. The old daddy was a Japanese sailor. Mommy was a schizophrenic who hid in the cargo because she was scared the shadow people would discover she was an ancient sea goddess that stole fire from Zeus's valet story. My parents weren't much different. You forgot to grow your hair out. We can still see you. No amount of therapy is going to fix the relationship you don't have with your father. 41. Future earners wanted to join in on this trend. Make my day and have fun. How are you going to pay those student loans off when you are on social security in a couple of years? Your experience as a nurse in the Revolutionary War should come in handy. Class of 41. With that face the hospital will save on charcoal. Ma'am, you must have worked some late nights. 41 years old, your only future in her will be as a patient. After posting this, she asked to see Reddit's manager. You hit 4 instead of 5. I write in mostly illegible cursive. I've gotten on Reddit for 3 exes and my current partner, and I recently bought 15 plus plaid miniskirts. Let's get it started. You look like you might smell damp. I bet you can keep a lit cigarette in your mouth while standing in the rain. You look like you're living in some kind of prison, and the crime is how much you hate yourself. Were your 3 exes truffle hunters? Guess going by your looks they were disappointed about your lack of sniffing ability. You look like Maggie from The Walking Dead finally got bit by a walker. I have no idea what your title says. Don't you hate it when every single one of your personality disorders wants its own plaid skirt? 25. I spent all my money on my Colombian ex-girlfriend and Colombian going up my nose. Not too much left in the tank. Take what's left. Why does your head make up nearly a third of your height? Are you allowed in the roller coaster? Did you escape from a caricature artist's canvas? Why this homie got same physique as thing 1 and 2? No wonder you had to snort coke in order to feel high. You could stand on a chair and still be shorter than the average man. Dude can't even afford a matching pair of socks. Why is your body built like a South Park character? You look like someone took you out of a toy box. I was going to make fun of your height, but I'll be the bigger person. 19. I need some lightheartedness in my life after being fired from my first job. Also I need a haircut. Rip me a new one. Hobbies: writing music, being a furry, political views, apolitical but leaning to the left, mental health. Okay. I can cope with most anything but I'm not exactly a beacon of joy. Worst thing that happened to me: got fired. Something cool that happened to me: UHH, I got a boyfriend. Check his hard drive please. If Meals on Wheels and Make-A-Wish Foundation had a child. I love that you think those are your two biggest problems. Don't sell yourself short. You need a lot more than a haircut. A lot more. Off-brand Edmund Kemper. Hide your wife, hide your kids. Mostly the kids though. It was that haircut that got you fired. Meet Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy on an enormous adventure. Breakfast breaks at the start of the day are our favorite hobbies. We could be working, but our hobbies drive our passions. Their names are gonorrhea and syphilis, because there is something definitely wrong with these privates. Special Forces. There's no need to ask, we can tell. You all look like captains of the Salvation Army. Do you use the guy in the back's face as a can opener? The guy on the right has definitely been shot in the face before. The one on the right looks like he'd come back from a 2-year deployment and have a 1-year-old son. The one on the left looks like he'd try to debate you on why a pound of steel is heavier than a pound of feathers. We couldn't have sent 2 smarter, more capable guys overseas to serve. We wanted to, but we couldn't. How did you spell the same word 2 different ways in the same comment? I am 31. I like cartoons and Macho Mango. Let her rip. I currently have a caffeine headache. I consider myself a very strong man of 5'6", yet I live off of freezer food. I dropped my phone in the dog water 2 days ago. I recently acquired a male stalker who I can't shake. You slow down while driving through school zones, but not because you legally have to. Quarantine required no change in your lifestyle. His male stalker is actually an FBI agent tracking all of his trips to the playground. You look like my friend Kyle. My friend Kyle waters his ex's lawn. When other people ask about you, your parents change the subject. How do you even get stalked when you're desperate and willing? We have no jobs and we are bored. We are 2 persons in their 20s. We think work sucks. Our hobbies are drinking beer and dumpster diving. We also like to play darts, GTA and card games. You know Trainspotting was a movie, not a guide to living right. No job. Color me shocked. You're the kind of bums I wouldn't even flick a coin at. I'll bet you 2 have really smelly sex. The pile of dirty rags next to their bed would make a freight train take a dirt road. I just got back from a folk punk show in a literal sewer, and you're what made me jump in the shower. When people say rock the Crocs, they weren't talking about your teeth. I can smell this picture. You don't get a mouth like that if you have an employer-funded dental plan. One day you will look back on this photo and think, what a couple of losers. That's how we feel now. You're everything that everyone hates about your generation personified. My eyes are watering from the stale urine-infused body odor emanating through my phone from just looking at this picture. You both have we hate showers and keeping clean. We also hate the government and won't pay tax, but we'll take your benefits because we're lazy written all over you. Gross. That's it. Just gross. Let me guess. It's the government's fault you don't have a job.